everybody. Welcome back to my channel, CD Collector. My name is Brayden. If you're new here, this channel is me about showing off parts of my 5,200 plus CD collection. It's something you might be interested in checking out. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate it. Update, still working on organizing the collection. Everybody's well in advance, so maybe by the time this video actually airs, I actually may be showing off the collection again. We'll see. This is going to air a month or two down the road from recording, so we'll see how far I get along with it. Anyway, I'm still showing off stuff that I get from the mail, record shows, record stores, thrift stores, to add to the collection. So just FYI, stay tuned. You'll eventually probably see this stuff again when I go through the genre. Just FYI. This video is CDs from the mail number 75. I'm going to show you 8 CDs I got from one seller on Discogs. They're all European dance music. I'm still adding a lot to my collection. This one I spent $79.05, $66.40 plus $7.99 shipping and then tax for 8 CDs. Packed very well. Cool thing about this is they're all definitely imports. The seller is actually a Japanese seller, but they have stuff coming from Florida. It even says in their listing, ships from Florida or whatever from the United States, and it is from Florida. So I'm thinking they import it. But why wouldn't you import to California? It'd be closer. Anyway, it come from Dora, Florida, which obviously they a lot of stuff. Sometimes I'll sell through on eBay. I'm on the store, Shameless Plug, Media Picker. Check out the video store. I do sell CDs on there. We'll go through an intermediate shipper, and then they'll ship it. I ship it to them, and then they're usually on the coast in Florida, and they usually go to Europe. And Florida, I don't know. Anyway, packed really well. I go through pretty quick. I don't want to make these videos real long. This is the 4th video I'm recording today so far with all this stuff. Very cool. One actually has an LBI strip, which is even awesome. I think it's erotic too. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and start, and I'll start showing you some of the rare stuff I got. The pack is in order too, I believe that they did. So the first one up is Cut and Move Into the Zone 1991-1996. I'm going to assume this is a compilation, obviously. I'm going to assume it's probably like a greatest hits compilation. There's actually 19 tracks on here, which is pretty cool. $6.91 on this. This one actually is a Japanese import, again, which is also pretty cool. And one of the reasons you can tell that, first of all, it says Made in Japan on the back up here. And then also the spine is literally written in Japanese on one of the sides, which is not focusing. Looks to be overall in good shape. I just did another video on this, another batch of CD I got from the same seller. They were all like in really, really excellent condition. Doesn't look like there's no BI strip with this one, which is fine. It does add to the value, though. People haven't reselling it. Also, the Japanese imports do just hold more value anyway because they're hard to find here in the U.S. And they usually contain bonus tracks that the U.S. releases do not have. Overall, this is in really good shape. Just feel like marks. They graded it in very good plus. I would actually agree with that. So, not bad. They even grade the case, stuff on case. I don't grade dual cases. All my stuff's usually put in a clean, new or like new case when I sell stuff anyway. So, you look at jewel case these days, they get scratched. So, that's why I don't really grade them. Although I typically kind of do. This is an actual special edition of an album I already have. It probably has a couple different tracks on there, I'm guessing. This is a really corny, also European dance music. Sorry, as I'm yawning here. Whigfield, self-titled, special edition, $7.62 for this one. Looks to be in overall great shape. Again, this is another import. I'm not sure where this one's actually from. Doesn't even say. Obviously not the U.S. There's some damage to the artwork. And the lower quadrant there, you can kind of see a little creasing. It's bent up at the bottom there. But excuse me. But otherwise, looks to be in great shape. Light scratches on there. Nothing major. Again, this is graded in VG+. I would agree with that. The big hit for her is Saturday Night. There's a Mega Mix on her. Sexy Eyes is a minor hit also that I recall off the top of my head. But again, glad to have it in the collection. Next up is... Okay, I do not like the grading on this. Okay, they did mention it, which is fine. Soft cover. It's fine if it actually is this way, because if it actually has the full artwork, I'm okay with that. This is that cartouche. Again, European dance music. This is house music all night long, or actually Eurodance. Although this one might be more house than another release of theirs. Quite possible. But they put it in one of these like thin sleeves. It's actually a little different than the ones I use. Let's see if everything's here though. So the artwork looks okay. The disc is kind of packaged a little differently. Kind of unique. Kind of like the sleeves. I don't think I'd use them for mine, but disc is like spotless. I'm curious about the back cover art. My guess is they probably fold the side tabs inward, because if you notice when you look at the back cover artwork, there's no side tabs here or here. So let's see if that's the case. I'm really hoping so. Yep. So no tabs. There's your side tabs. So your sides, left and right, intact. Perfect. I will take that. Actually, this way actually reduces shipping, because this way is less than a jewel case. I can tell you that much. I gotta try and get in here without damaging it. Hold on. Should have checked it out. Take out the disc first, and then try and slide it in. Might get a little more success, less pressure on it. Almost there. Okay, that's it. Awesome. Again, paid $7.62 for this. Very hard to find. Yeah, this is not even on eBay. In fact, everything I've shown you, not on eBay. Next up is actually really cool. This is actually a single. They are I can't talk. They are perverted dance music, and you'll know in just a second as to why. The group's called Erotic. First of all, I have just about everything from them. Trying to get the singles and stuff now, which are hard to find. This is a maxi single. It has at least, looks like 3 tracks I can tell. So it's called Willie Use a Billy Boy, which basically is a condom. Does have the OBI strip, as you can see here, which is really cool. You don't see that a lot on new stuff. $7.62 for this. Again, just not on eBay. Not from a... This version's not on eBay at all. You can get some stuff. I might be buying from a seller in Germany at some point on eBay. I'm debating if I'm going to test the waters on that or not. That's where a lot of stuff originates as far as prints. And I can get a lot more stuff that way also. But again, cost. So that's the backer. But this is actually really good shape. So here's the full artwork there. It's 3 tracks, various mixes of this, obviously. Is Japanese edition, which adds value to it. Plus has the OBI strip, so this actually is worth probably quite a bit of money if I ever try and sell it on eBay. But it's going to the personal collection for now. Disc is clean. This is a like new condition OBI strip. The whole 9 yards. That's awesome for the price. Can't beat it. I'm gonna look for more stuff from the seller. I hope they add more stuff like this, because I will definitely be a buyer to add some rare stuff to the collection. That's what collectors do. You always like to find rare stuff and prints and stuff that's out of print, and you're looking for a good deal. And I mean, ideally, you like to find the stuff physically out in the wild at like a record store or something. But this works just as well too. Plus, you've got a wider area to search online and just at a local record store, hoping you can find something. But I'm rambling. Anyway, it's good to have that in. I still have 4 more to show from this one. This video's taking a lot longer than the other one so far. This is a rare CD. I got it because it's very unique. This is a 2 Unlimited. They had some big hits. The big ones get ready for this. You hear this at almost any sports arena half the time, especially NBA. Sorry, I don't edit my videos. So you're gonna have to get the yawns and everything too. That's too unlimited. Everybody probably knows that song. This is Get Ready. This is obviously an import. I believe it might be a Japanese edition. Pretty sure it is. Toko International. Yeah, it's Japanese. Japanese import does not have the OBI strip that I'm aware of. 762 for this one also. Cool thing about this is it's really different. It's got 3 parts to this. So I'll show you the front cover, I'll show you the back and kind of explain. I'm not even sure how this is going to sound, but I'm really curious. It's got what's called a vocal part, and then instrumental, which I'm really interested in. It's just all instrumental, the music, and then a romantic part. I'm not sure. But definitely curious about the vocal and instrumental differences. Tax your released on Mercury and record label, which is very crazy. I mean, it's the same label that released like Bon Jovi's like Slippery When Wet and stuff. It actually almost kind of looks similar. Interesting. This is spotless. Again, these sellers are freaking awesome on Discogs. Next one. Another one you can't find. This one actually might be on eBay, but I think it's an arm and a leg for it. This is an import, Virgin Records. It's printed in Holland. This is Melody MC Northland Wonderland. I honestly don't even remember what it sounds like. I remember it vaguely. So I bought it and figured I'll definitely listen to it. This one looks a little more beat up than the other ones we've seen so far. What's the condition on this? VG Plus? I guess we'll see. I think the booklet's pretty beat up though. Unless it's just the case. Yeah, booklet. Got like this one actually has like a musty smell to it and some dust in the inside. Definitely have to wipe this down. Wow, it's kind of strong. Yeah, I'll watch that too. So I'm just buying in general, but it's got some fading along the spine here, which is kind of what I noticed because it looks like it was rubbing with the part of the jewel case. But yeah, there's dust or some type of substance on these. It does kind of stink, like if you left clothes in the laundry a little too long, kind of smells like that. But overall, it looks to be in pretty good shape. Outside of that, the smell eventually will go away. I've noticed that before. I also use some tricks. I'll take the artwork and stuff and put it in a Ziploc bag with like a fabric softener sheet, and then usually get the smell out within a day or two. Also, that works well with smoke. Let me know your other techniques. This one's actually kind of beat up. This one's actually, I would say, not in very good condition. It's got a lot of spots on there, all over it, which actually kind of indicates, if I'm not mistaken, these are technically more or less mold spots. Again, I can get that cleaned off. Back cover artwork's fine. I was looking to see if there was any like water damage possibly there also. There is that I can see. The front's kind of musty, and that's kind of a little concerning, but wow, this is strong. But anyway, still got that in the collection. Wish it was in a little better shape, but all in all, not too bad. 1 out of like 12 I've bought from this seller is not bad. This one's rare. I've never seen this also. This is also an import. I'm going to say it's probably a Japanese import. Yeah. Mercury record label again. Crazy. Here it is. This one's actually I paid up for. 11 track compilation. This is 2 Unlimited also. It's called Power Tracks. Celebrating Japan Visit 1984. Is this live? This might be a live album, which would actually be kind of cool. I mean, I guess it probably isn't. But it does have a lot of hits on it. There's various mixes, so I'm guessing it's probably not a live album. This one smells fine. There's no issues with this one. But so there's your front and your back. Then we've got opening it up here. Looks to be in good shape. I have not checked the disc yet. There's your label. And what kind of condition is this in? Just a few marks, nothing big. Cool. Glad to have it in the collection. Last but not least, this is an import compilation from a well-known European dance group called Ace of Base. Had some huge hits in the early 90s. I believe #1 hits even here in the US. I Saw the Sign was probably their biggest. You've got All That She Wants was another huge one off that album. Beautiful Life came around. Don't Turn Around was another huge hit. I mean, Lucky Love, Cruel Summer cover they did, also another huge hit. Again, this is an import. I believe it might be Japanese, maybe not. Distributed in Japan. Yep, Japanese release. So this is rare also. I scroll up when I pay for this. $9.98 on this one. So I can zoom in a little bit on the cover. There you go, there's your track listing there. Very cool. Looks to be a little beat up. Artwork looks, it's got some light fading. I'm assuming there's some light fading on the spine also. This looks pretty clean so far. Let's check the bottom. Okay, not so clean. They graded this VG+. This is not VG+ either. Well, so it's starting to slip a little bit here. There are scratches on here. Very good at best. Good plus, probably, maybe. I can run through my clear. I can get it in a VG+ condition, though. No problem there. The scratches aren't real deep, so a lot of that should come out. But anyway, glad to have this in the collection also. That's it. Kind of a lengthy video. We're at 17 minutes. Going to be about 18 once I add the intro and outro and all that stuff. 8 CDs here. Spent a total again $79.05 out the door with tax and ever shipping. Only $8 for shipping for all, so it's not too bad. It's actually kind of heavy. So I got questions, comments, anything. Feel free to put them in the chat. If you got anything on the video, consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. Click the like button, which also does help the video out, and then click the bell for future notifications of other videos just like this. And that's it. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.